Dangerous animals. I think that's what my hair is right now. It's at least one of the animals. I don't know what it's doing, but it's dangerous. Anyway, we're talking about this new film. G'day, it's Adam here again with another quick instant movie review for you. So last night I caught the special advanced screening of the brand new Australian horror film called Dangerous Animals. This is the new film from director Sean Byrne and is written by Nick Leppard. What's this film all about? Well, a shark-obsessed serial killer by the name of Tucker, played by Jai Courtney, holds a young American rebellious surfer named Sefer, played by Hassie Harrison, captive on his boat. Now she is racing against the clock to be able to figure out how to escape the clutches of this crazy bloke before he carries out one of his ritual feeding sessions to a whole heap of sharks below. From the outset, I can tell you that Jai Courtney, who I've been a big fan of for many years, he's chosen some very interesting projects. In this one is absolutely terrifying. I would really put Jai right up there with John Jarratt's Mick Taylor from Wolf Creek. Now, that is a very high bar to reach. But the thing with Jai and his character here is he's that kind of bloke that you'd see down at the surf club, you know, who's maybe got a few beers under his belt. He might be a sort of, you know, a big burly bloke, probably a bit of a builder maybe during the day, or, a foreman. You know, he's just a big burly bloke with loud, you know, with just the, the hint of menace that if you weren't his mate, he could knock your block off. And that's exactly the type of character which has been embodied here, and does have the, the Steve Irwin love of animals and the ocean, and is very, very intelligent in regards to understanding the way certain creatures work. And in this case, it is sharks. He is a big fan of sharks and fish. So he very much puts that persona across. And boy, oh boy, was it scary. Do I want to share a beer with this bloke? No, I do not. And his performance is only, well served by the rest of an amazing cast in this, particularly Hassie Harrison, who I haven't seen on screen outside of Yellowstone, and she plays Sefer in this, the American, feisty, independent last girl kind of a surfer. Josh Houston is in this as well. He plays Moses. He is a young Australian actor who looks great in this part. He does a really good job as Moses. Is the softer person and who does care, but does also elevate Zephyr's character to be the strongest person in this film. Sean Byrne came to everyone's attention in 2009 when he made this film called The Loved Ones, which it was kind of this horror porn, this really intense, squishy visuals and just really intense horror films. And it's quite funny that we're almost circling back around to that now after films such as The Substance really, brought back body horror. Yeah, I mean, it's been there for ages, but I suppose more to the mainstream. And this is, Sean has now once again found his place in that horror genre. And his direction in this is really, really on point. And with his creative team that he's got around him, he's created a film that serves as an extremely good genre piece of that psychopath with young victims. What's going to happen next? Cranking that tension up, and that is done extremely well through visuals, through editing, and through music. So it is a big creative team effort, as well as obviously the actors. And that creative team that Sean has around him includes cinematographer Shelley Farthing-Daw, who shot this and captured some absolutely beautiful visuals of the Gold Coast, as well as terrifying. And it's edited very well as well. So Kashra, a big ups to you, Kashra, because the editing in this is really on point as well. Really hard to crank really good tension, and there are some very good tense moments here through use of shots and the speed in which that cadence of building tension is built up in the editing process is really an art form all on its own. And Kashra really does focus well on creating those really good beats to crank that tension. And this is, of course, added to by some great music. With this with a film of this caliber, you really do need to have some pretty solid music or no music at all. I think either way, this film probably would have achieved the same result, but the music just elevates it to that next level, just that peaks it from 10 to 11. And it is a really good score. It does deliver those big bombastic beats when you need to create almost a jump scare. But really it's sustained terror and sustained horror, and it does also have an absolutely amazing soundtrack. I mean, there is some really great music here. I think Empire of the Sun is used. We've got some really great tunes. Creedence Clearwater Revival is in this thing. You've got some Crowded House in there. So you've got some great Aussie tunes. And it sort of disturbed me a little bit when when Jai Courtney's character Tucker was singing Mean to Me by Crowded House, which is one of my favorite Crowded House songs, and it kind of made me not want to ever sing it again because of how horrendous his character is. But look, huge kudos to Jai Courtney. I really just hope this gets this man even more roles, because it's a really well focused performance. It has that great mix of, trusting, untrusting. Does this guy have a point? Oh my God, no, I'm starting to believe in the rhetoric of this psychopath, because everything he's doing is wrong. Adding to that, Hassie Harrison's really determined performance, and she puts in a really, really great performance in this film, delivering just the right amount of terror. And the interesting thing about dangerous animals as well, and in the title, yeah, we do talk about dangerous animals, but the most dangerous animals are really those up on the boat. Whereas I think, and it was sort of mentioned that whereas Jaws kind of didn't do great by sharks because it really set them out as being the major predator, the thing that we get here is that the sharks really aren't the predators. It's the predator on the boat who is the thing that the victims have to be most concerned about. Because, and it's even explained by Tucker, is that these animals are instinctive, and they are animals. They're not the ones doing the killing, and they're not jumping on the boat to kill these people. It's the humans who are creating this turmoil, and so it does put sharks in a pretty good light. There's some beautiful underwater photography in this with the sharks, and at no stage are they going hell for leather to kill these humans. It's the humans who are killing the humans. Wow, there it is. So no, overall, Dangerous Animals was a extremely good genre exercise in building tension, in showcasing the Gold Coast in a really great light, although it is a horror film, and some really fantastic acting, certainly by Jai Courtney, and the rest of the cast do a really top-notch job in this film. I was not bored for 1 second. I really invested in this, and I would have been quite happy to turn around and go and watch this again, because I really, really enjoyed this movie. So I would probably say Dangerous Animals, I'd go an 8 out of 10. I thought it was an extremely good genre exercise, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what Sean Byrne does next. And Jai Courtney, give this man as many roles as you can, because he was really awesome in this film. So that is my review of Dangerous Animals. Do you have a favorite Sharky film? Maybe it's Jaws, maybe it's Deep Blue Sea, maybe you love The Shallows, maybe that's your go-to. Comment below, let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I look forward to seeing you next time here in my car, which is not in some shark cage. My God, that's just a horrible thought. Okay, bye.